That's how deep is where I'm trying to take you. And most people are just sticking with the dharana part. So what is dharana? Dharana is not meditation. Remember, meditation is a connection to the consciousness. It's a state of deep rest with the consciousness, right? And the consciousness is connected and it's concentrated over here, right? At the third eye. The third eye, think of it as a door, right? It's a door that you're trying to open, right? Dharana is the act of bringing the mind into control. And that's where most people are in or have learned meditation to be. The act of coming into a controlled state, a focused state. But dharana can be done in many ways. That's why people say there's so many ways to go back home. No. There's only literally one way to go back home, and that is with the Surat and the Shabda, which is the consciousness and the primordial sound. And that's mentioned everywhere. The process, the technique, some people focus on church sermons, some people focus on songs and hymns, right? Prayers, where they're chanting, right? Some people focus on their namaz, which is basic. All of these are just part of yoga, right? There's no difference. Yoga literally encompasses all of that. If you just look at the pillars of yoga, you will realize that every single religion in the entire universe is coming from these pillars, right? The rules and regulations, right? Then the activities that you do to concentrate your mind, right? The activities that you do to concentrate your mind are summarized up as pratyahar, which is sensory withdrawal, right? And then dharana encompasses all of that, every single activity that you do. And meditation is the next step. But you can't really connect to the consciousness if you don't have a guide who's mastered connecting to the consciousness. Does that make sense? Like, I studied medicine. If I wanted to go and do a surgery, the best way to do surgery would be to have a mentor who's done that particular surgery, and I've observed him at least once, or I've done it with him at least once, right? There's a saying that you can have the appendix in front of you, but if you've never seen it in real life, doesn't matter if you've seen it in the textbook. The chances are you might not be able to identify it in real life from a book. So just because you can read the stuff doesn't mean you might be able to experience what you're reading. And to experience what you're reading is my job. My job is to help you experience what you're reading. Does that make sense?